Going live, 1, 2, 3. I should be live. Hello everybody, I'm Errichto and this will be programming related stream, but mainly I will chill and I will talk with you, with the audience. Nothing very particular planned for today. Yo Kamil, yo Suvadip. Hello India. Hello Rishabh, Yash, Kunal, Tarun, Gurav. At this time during a day, I'm sure that 80% of viewers will be from India or Bangladesh. Hello everyone. I wonder what we will do today. Whoa, how racist. Racist that time zone is convenient for India. I already got a message, I think, on Discord that I should make this live stream a few hours later because this time is bad for USA. Who comes after LinkedIn post? Was there any LinkedIn post? Can you give me a link? $6 a.m. here. Hey, 6 a.m. isn't that bad, but I guess it means you're on Eastern Coast, right? Because, what is it, 6-hour difference between Poland and Eastern Coast of USA? So I think it should be 5 a.m. there. 5 a.m. in Eastern USA and 2 a.m. in Western. Yeah, 5 a.m. exactly. I know a few time zones. I know Western, Eastern and Central USA, Poland, Moscow, India, and I think that's it. YouTube chat or Twitch chat? I'm on both. I used to have a combined chat, but it doesn't work now. What I don't like about Twitch chat is that if I refresh the page, I lose all the messages. I'm using a green screen. I'm not. This is physical. I can touch it. You can use chat in pop-up version. I'm doing that. But still, if I refresh, I will lose all the messages. Can you cover sum over subsets DP? There's no good video resource. I already covered that. It's somewhere on this channel, Errichto 2 on YouTube. You can read Twitch chat from any IRC client. And can such IRC client handle YouTube chat as well? If yes, I might be interested. YouTube stream lags, like right now. I'm seeing that the status is excellent condition. How to utilize time to become good coder? Practice coding. How to prepare for Amazon? Practice coding interview problems. 2-minute motivation for beginners, please. I can give you 2 seconds. Practice and you will be a good coder. You will earn money, I don't know. You can go to Facebook page of ICPC to see some motivation quotes. I will Google that now, Facebook. Maybe I will later show you my screen. What am I looking for? Facebook, ICPC. I think it's called Monday Motivation. Maybe one day I will make a video making fun of that. I was never a fan of motivation quotes. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Confucius. I would say it's from Batman. I'm sure that in Batman 1 there was something about falling and then rising. Or maybe, I'm not sure if that was the first Batman. Yeah, but I'm not the fan of motivation and quotes. ICPC news. Yeah, I should one day make a video out of those. Don't quit, suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. You see, if you don't quit now, you will be a champion, according to ICPC. I think that's like 0.001%, that if you don't quit, you will become a champion. But hey, that's fine. Tourist or omnic? To hang out with, or or like, you know, who's better at coding? I think tourist is. He has more titles. But this is not my opinion. I'm trying to be objective and looking at ratings and the number of wins. Play chess? I'm not playing chess today. When I play chess, I need to focus on that, and I would not be able to talk with you. Play PUBG? I don't have time. I played Call of Duty for a few days, a month ago or so. The chat is too fast, too quick for me. Plan for today? I don't have a particular plan. I will mainly talk with you. I don't like coffee, no. Stop repeating comments or you will get banned, please. And I do C++, not other languages. What did you study? A lot of physics, chemistry in the background. It's not that I could design the whole black screen behind me. So I don't know most of the formulas. I see, for example, here, what this is, C2OH. I wanted to say that it's kind of acid, but I don't know anything that has 7 H's. C2OH4, this is kwas siarkowy, so in English that would be what is siarka is that thing in matches when you light fire, so that kind of acid. So I know some things, but only like 10% of chemistry and physics going on there. No. I studied math, programming, computer science and economics. But you know, in the description of the video or Twitch stream, there is link to frequently asked questions. And for example, there you can read, what is my job? What did I study? Ethanol. Ethanol is thing from alcohol, right? Yes, ethanol. It says H6. Ethanol is a chemical compound, a simple alcohol with the chemical formula C2H6O. Wait a second. That's not ethanol. Is it? No, ethanol doesn't have ethanol doesn't have 2 H's connected to the O. What is O? The air. Oxygen. This is not ethanol. How long does it take to for you to learn C++? You know, you can learn in 5 hours to be able to use variables or something, or you can learn 5 years. Your O has extra H, yeah. So do we know what it is? Is that just a mistake? That's an imaginary compound. 1H you put extra. I didn't put it. This was just, I bought this thing. It was like that. That's not a stable compound, I guess. Oh, there was a thing with the number of connections something can have, right? It's one type of carboxylic acid. It has carbon. Stop repeating comments or I will ban you, please. I'm for now not angry, and I'm just putting people in timeout. Ethyloxonium has formula C2H7O. Let's Google. Ethyloxonium. What a stream this is. Yeah, C2H7O plus. The plus is for that extra unnecessary connection, right? I'm looking the image, and yeah, it matches. Okay, ethyloxonium. Will I remember that? I don't think so. Did you get to the final syncogem? No, I didn't. Are we in a chemistry class? No, we are in chemistry preschool. Just trying to Google out something to figure out a single drawing. By the way, if you ever don't see a comment I'm referring to, it likely means that it's on the other platform. I'm streaming now both on YouTube and on Twitch. Why don't I use Vim? Isn't that infrequently asked questions? Because I use something else. Why do you use Vim? Why don't you use Genie? Chemistry sucks, man. I don't know, does it? I only know chemistry from high school, so nothing serious. It's called O with positive charge. Please start coding, I want to see. I have 200 videos at this point. You can go watch any of that. How to become top 10% coder? Practice. Try a stream with William, that would be awesome. I already did once. I will do it in the future again, you know, with cameras on, because that was only with sound. Just checking my phone. What not to do for being a good coder? Repeat it 4 times. Okay, so here we go. For repeating a comment 4 times, I will not answer it. Please don't spam. Why tourists not make YouTube videos? Because he does something else. Why do you think everybody at the top should make YouTube videos? They have their own life. Oh, you see part of my non-screen on there. It's all 100 plus DP problems for beginners. Look, the chat here is not a good place to recommend videos for me, because I will not remember it. When you have a suggestion for a video, put that in comments below one of my YouTube videos. If others agree with you, they will upvote your comment, and I will then surely see it in the top. I need to get a moderator. Okay, for repeating 100 times, ban. Hide user on this channel. Sorry. Though it's a bit sad if that was just, you know, internet issue. Can you do more videos on DP states? There are so many topics. Again, if you have video suggestions, put them in comments. Do riddles from TEDx. It uses graph theory. What that is? Riddles, TEDx. Oh, this is just a riddle in form of a video. I don't have time for that now. He has a video at Coder DP contest. Check that out. Great content. Yeah. I have a lot of DP videos already. Do my coding interviews, please. My coding interviews? What do you mean? When is the next lockout stream with Tourist and Mike? Okay, I will answer that. A few weeks ago, I made my first lockout competition where I took 4 very strong guys and we did a small tournament with 1v1 and live commentary. This was basically a test run. Obviously, I expected some technical issues to happen, and they did. And the next one will be... I hope to make it this weekend, but I'm quite busy, and I don't know if I will manage to do that. So maybe this weekend, maybe next one. If this weekend, then it will be my Saturday or Sunday evening. Not sure which one. Likely Sunday. Tourist is doing PhD, I guess. I don't know, I don't remember. Yeah, likely he's around my age, so he should be done with masters unless he switched the fields. I think he's pursuing PhD, yeah. When only choose C++ and not other languages? You can Google differences between languages. Please don't repeat your comment. In which company you would like to work for? If I wanted to work for some big company like Google, I would apply there. I would just answer emails. From time to time, headhunters write emails like, hey, are you interested in an interview? Because we saw you in that competition. Always, it's a copy-pasted email. I remember some obscure competition in Poland where, I don't know, maybe I was second or something, but it was the list of my achievements, and I got a copy-pasted email. Hey, we saw your amazing achievement at competition X. Are you interested in an interview? I'm sure we need people with your skill suit or something. I answered, no, sorry. I think you didn't do your research. But, you know, headhunters just do their job. It's not that they will check every person. Play random 10-minute chess, please. No, thank you. Bro, 15k already subscribed to your channel. You know, if you are in YouTube, this is my second YouTube channel. I have 10 times that on the main one. Actually, let's talk about this for a moment. Just we'll close unnecessary stuff. You see, I have 2 YouTube channels, Errichto and Errichto 2. The main one is 130. But the goal was to make only interesting videos for the main channel, short edited videos, and some of that does the job. Like, for example, here I have short lectures, for example, binary exploitation. I put a lot of time into that, while Errichto 2 is just live streams, and you can rewatch later, and screencast, like 2 hour screencast of a contest. where I don't even edit that, it's just there. And the funny thing is, I shouldn't have closed that. The funny thing is that recently the number of views at both is similar. Maybe because I use the other one all the time, I'm not sure. In terms of quality and the time spent on something, the videos on the Errichto channel are much better. If that was just, linearly correlated with views, this channel would have so many more views. But complicated algorithms, lectures, they don't sell well. Errichto flexes. Yeah, sure. Like, I worked on it, so I can flex. What I don't like about the main channel is that when I did lead code month, it created so many videos. Right now, half of my videos are lead code, and I don't like that. I'm not going to do anymore such a month challenge. That's just too much. A week would be perfectly fine. Because now it also kind of hidden other videos. In my to-do, I have to just do thumbnails for recent videos. I very much like this style, let's say minimalistic style of what I did here and here on the right. There is just the topic, so something not complicated. On bottom left, I'm planning to add the easy, medium, hard thing. My channel has very big span of difficulties, and not everything is for everybody. Or rather, every person will only want to watch some videos here. For example, the last video, metric experimentation coding hard, it's only for very advanced participants, like purple plus in code forces. And I need to put a word hard there. And yeah, I will be more happy if my thumbnails look clean like this. Just, if somebody finds my channel, I want them to be able to see what they want to watch. And plus, good thumbnails actually double the views. And here, I basically don't care. I make a thumbnail I just change a number for a stream. I don't even always do that. Here, there is coding stream number 11 and it has number 10. That's a bit annoying. And for everything else, I just take the default thumbnail. There is this lockout competition. You can watch that later. It's 3 hours. What I want to do is before the next lockout, so the second one, I will take this video and I will get like maybe 20 minutes. I will edit it down and put on the main channel as an advertisement for the next competition. So it's for a long time already. I thought about the main channel being also highlights of streams. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Did you start a startup? No. There are frequently asked questions in the description. You can read more about me there, like PC specs. YouTube millionaire, he wants to become ex-YouTube tech lead, making videos as a millionaire. But is that what life is about, to become a millionaire? Errichto is a perfectionist? Not fully. Not fully. Reply my question on Discord, please. From time to time, I get a big, how is it called, like just so many unanswered questions. Whether I answer questions in a given platform, it depends on just a week or a month. I eventually go through them. I think in Facebook, I didn't answer to anything in the past 2 months. I just didn't have time for that. And also because most of that messages, they are so lazy. People don't Google things like, what is the best language for competitive programming? You can Google that. Also, it's in my FAQ. Just how to get red. So boring. It's good to have millions. I think it's good to have hundreds of thousands. Anything above that is unnecessary. That being said, it's still for sure some goal to reach. In life, it's good to have goals, and it's good to feel accomplished, to get some achievements. And being financially successful is one of them. Being career-wise successful, I think, is much more important. I just sent that question now in Discord. I will check it out later. Do I have any mentor? No. How to get a six-pack? Practice. Train. Like your background? Yeah, the story of my background is the following. I was looking in Allegro, it's Polish eBay, for a whiteboard to put on my wall. I wasn't sure if I'm going to use it in my videos, but I was looking for a whiteboard, and for the first time in a long time, online advertisement did its job, and it suggested to me related items. This it's called windscreen, and it was $150 or so. I bought it. So I have that instead of a green screen. The advantages of that versus green screen is that there is no software involved. I use Windows, I use Linux, and sometimes a laptop. I use different things like recording for YouTube or Skype, Google Hangouts. And I'm sure that there will be technical issues from time to time with a green screen, and the price is similar, with like Elgato green screen. So that's much better. I like it, and I am going to one day understand all the formulas out there. I wonder how many mistakes there are. I'm not that bad at physics. I think chemistry will be bad, but for chemistry most of that is just formulas. SiO2, tlenek krzemu in Polish, I think. Oxygen of whatever krzem is. Something starting with S for sure. I think there is some math here, so I will understand all of the math for sure. Volume of cylinder, formula for sinus of half an angle. I think it's a cool thing to have. Yes, I play video games. Nowadays I'm playing Boneworks in VR. Chemistry is a simp science. You mean science for simps, or it's a simp among sciences because it asks other things for something? Is YouTube money enough? I don't have big expenses. I need to pay rent, and what else? My car is worth around $1,000 or $1,500. I don't need a better one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a better chair. I think about Herman Miller. It's more than $1,000. My chair maybe will be more expensive than my car. But that's basically it. YouTube, I will tell you how much I earned so far from YouTube advertising. Well, I don't want to check, but it's around $100. I only turned it on for 2 or 3 videos, just random videos to check how much it is. What's my number of views? 4 million, I think I would earn around $5,000 in total if I had ads everywhere on YouTube, plus a lot more than that from sponsorships. I don't want to do a lot of them. Why blah 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 blah, hide user in this channel. I certainly need a YouTube moderator. I wonder who you look up to. I think Bill Gates is an amazing person because he was a very hard worker. He basically created a huge company, and he really worked hard. And now he switched to charity work, and he spends all his time, maybe almost all of his time, on charity, and he really solves important issues, and he tries to be very efficient with money, like doing things in Africa or eradicating polio. So Bill Gates is awesome. For more normal people, I very much like one YouTuber, Moist Critical, or Penguins. He's just a cool dude. But yeah, Bill Gates is who I look up to, I would say. Thoughts on Elon Musk? He's funny. But also, he accomplished so much. I don't know. Half a year ago, everybody liked Elon Musk, I think. Then he started weird shit on Twitter. The Urban Penguin, did you check his channel? No, I don't know who that is. Do you dap on haters after winning a competition? No, I'm too old for that. Enable super chat option here. Is there any limit for super chat? Can I set it to 1 cent? What I can do maybe is the reason Pakistan and India have been cured of polio. He doesn't even take much credit so that governments don't give him any trouble. I recommend documentary on Netflix, In Bill Gates's Mind. It's very interesting. It's mainly about what he does right now, but also I liked I wanted to see some similarities between myself and him, because I'm also a programmer, analytical thinking, and I'm not stupid. He's much smarter than me, obviously, like really, really levels higher than me. But I liked his answer to a question, what are you most scared of or afraid of? And he said, I'm worried that my mind will stop working so well when I'm old. And I think I have exactly the same answer. I don't, when I'm old, I hope that my mind still works well. Please answer all the competitive programming related questions. I'm not able to. Also, if I start answering those, like how to practice DP and stuff like that, most of them have very easy answer practice. Then there are more answers pouring through. There is a lower limit. Okay, I started a sentence, I didn't finish it. Let's start with a requirement. I can enable slow mode. Slow mode forces chat participants to wait a certain amount of time between posting messages. Okay, let's start with this. Seconds between messages. 60 is enough. Okay. Because slow mode will not hurt you. Right now I'm able to read only 1/4 of messages. On Twitch it isn't that bad. Maybe I will turn on super chat with like 1 cent requirement. But on the other hand, I think that then people like to spam that 1 cent. So it's for sure, I don't want this to be about money. I wouldn't want to require to say, if you pay $1, I will answer your question, because I answer interesting questions. Like I don't want to be kind of forced to do that. For similar reason, I don't have a Patreon. Patreon? I don't take money from viewers, because then I owe them something, and I should really listen to them in what I need to do. And if I just do voting, most people will want easy stuff, like easy DP problems. But I know that I already covered DP. I said what is there to be said, and I know that it's more valuable if I do something else. There is only Q&A today? Yeah, I guess. There is no programming. What I might do is, as usual with boring streams, I can plan some future videos. There's this thing. If you go to my GitHub wiki, I have a lot of tabs there. In particular, there are plans. Fixing chatbot. Check out the Psycho guide. Here are plans for my videos. Shout out to smaller coding channels. Yeah, that's so many things I can do. Things to do in not in next 3 months. This is next 3 months. Figure out some stream layout to display what I'm doing. I could do it now theoretically. Can someone link me YouTube stream? If you're on Twitch, below the Twitch stream there are links. For sure there is a link to YouTube channel. Do you know CoachF started a new official channel for learning competitive programming? I think what they did is they organized a competition. Like 50 people with best educational videos will get each $50 or something like that. So they indeed got hundreds of videos, but I don't want to go through all of that. Anybody's first educational video will not be of very high quality. Oh, make a video on Massey. I will, that's in my plans. Do you have separate computers for Windows and Ubuntu? No, I don't. I dual boot on the same, both on my laptop and on my PC. I have Windows and I have Linux. Linux is better for streaming, for playing video games, for doing ordinary stuff, and I use Linux for programming. $200 CoachF paid? That's a lot. Then I think in 1 hour I would be able to make a video good enough for CoachF, like to be in the top 50 or something. So in 1 hour I had an opportunity to win $200. If yes, it's bad that I didn't participate. I'm curious how you cheated in Google Kickstart. Ah, you're curious, and that's the point. People will watch that video. It's not that it's not that I cheated and really got higher place because of that. I will spill the beans. It's that somebody wrote to me. There was a topic like that a year ago in Code Forces. There are people who try to cheat by writing to you that they are organizers and they want some help with testing. It was so bizarre. It was obvious for me from the very first minute of conversation that he's not a person who he says he is. and that he wants to cheat. And it just was a funny experience. Clickbait. Is it a clickbait if it's really that? Like, during a contest, I talked with somebody. I didn't help them. I just wasted their time. So more like, I think it's called scam baiting. There's this trend in the internet. Scam baiting is a form of internet vigilantism primarily used to, I don't know that word, thwart advanced fee fraud. Yeah, so what I did is scam baiting, but what is indeed illegal during a CodeGem code competition or Kickstart competition is talking with anybody. I did talk with somebody. I even considered the following. I considered doing what? Writing an incorrect code and sending them. And then telling, and at the same time telling Kickstart organizers, hey, here's the code. Somebody says they're organizers. They want code for testing from me. So that's obviously illegal. But I can make a particular mistake, or I can name a variable something particular, and you can detect who that person is. I didn't do it after all. When will the USACO guide release? The USACO guide is already there. And you can Google Codeforces USACO guide from 2 weeks ago. Do I know about Dota? Do you know about USA? Do you know about Mars? Yes, I know about Dota. It's extremely popular video game. So what's that question? You came live after so long time. Good to see you. Good to be live, I guess. This is a very chill stream. I don't need to do anything particular. At least I didn't plan. Please don't suggest videos for me here. I will not remember it. If you want to suggest a video, then write in comments in YouTube below any video. Then people, if they agree with you, they will upvote and I will see it. Your favorite algorithm. I don't have a favorite algorithm. It's like question, what's your favorite color? Where did you get such an awesome t-shirt? What a good question, Bartosz Kostka. This t-shirt is from Algorithmic Engagements, a Polish competition, which I helped organizing. And Bartosz Kostka is a creator of that t-shirt, I believe. At least he helped with design. If I remember correctly, I'm like 90% sure. My girlfriend says that it's a terrible t-shirt, a terrible color, because it's very, the opposite of neutral, where I usually wear something just black, gray, dark blue, where it's like whatever. And this is a very strange color. Just like, light green or pink would be very crazy, vibrant color. You really need to know, I don't know. You need to know what you're doing to pull something like that off. Here, I don't care. It's a t-shirt from competition. I wouldn't wear this to a party. I was Darshan Cool 25. I was inspired by you and made a submission for CodeChef the same and was lucky to win the contest. Congratulations. I wonder, among people who submitted to CodeChef video competition, how many of them know me or how many of them watch my videos? PA 2020 will be pink, don't worry. Oh, pink is equally bad as light green or something like that. Light yellow. But more people will dislike pink, I'm sure. Do you know what's the current plan for ICPC 2021? It's somewhere in Codeforces. Site codeforces.com. IOI ICPC update. Sorry for white. I will decrease this. Yeah, you can Google this. I don't even want to copy paste link. You can Google this and read all the updates about this year's and the next one, IOI and ICPC. Why do I have this here if I have stream chat on the other screen? I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do this. Do I drink alcohol? From time to time. I don't drink a lot for sure. At the beginning of university, I partied much more. Like, I don't know, 2-3 times a week. But now, I don't know, once 2 weeks on average, I would drink a beer. What do you plan to do when you're tired of competitive programming? I will think then. So I need a job, you know, and programming will likely be my job. For very general questions like what's my job, what's my age, language, PC specs, see frequently asked questions in the description. Your bet on who's going to come second this year in Google Code Jam. I wonder if that still works. Let's try. Google Code Jam. Let's just Google this. Winner? I think it's fixed. Twitter. I'm looking for a very particular screenshot. Yeah, this thing. When you Google, at least that used to be a thing. Google Code Jam Finals 2019. And then Google understands automatically a lot of things. If you Google some competition like Olympics, it will tell you a list of winners. Automatically, it will understand that. But for Code Jam, every time tourist won for the past 5 years or something, and the automatic algorithm thought that then he's not a winner. They took the first name from after Gennady Korotkevich, thinking that Gennady Korotkevich is name of a competition or something. So if you Google Code Jam Finals 2019, you get second place for every year. And for this year's, I don't know, Umnik is very strong. Chinese competitors rarely win Code Jam or are very high. Is Umnik good with Code Jam problems? Maybe Makoto again. He does all the AdCoder contests, so he's still involved, but he stopped doing other competitions, so maybe not. I guess Umnik. How much do you bench? Not a lot. When I used to go to a gym before the coronavirus, my regular weight to bench would be 60 kilograms. That's, I don't know, 120 pounds. Do you think William Lin can be the next tourist? A lot of people can be. I mean, no, the tourist is another level. He was better than me right now. He was as good when he was maybe 12 or something. He already won IOI. Your views on Benk. How can I have views on some random participant? I mean, random competitor. Gyms closed in Poland. They are reopened now, but I try to avoid closed spaces. I bought dumbbells, is the name? Wait a second. Yeah, I bought dumbbells and just I train at home once every few days. Do you have a physical exercise routine? Nothing particular. Just trying to stay healthy. Cereal first or milk first? Cereal. But not a lot. It's not that I have the whole bowl of cereal and then put some milk there, because then cereal will get all very wet and soft. That's bad. Just get a little bit of cereal, a little bit of milk. After you eat it, do it again. That's much better. Do you live with parents or alone? Neither. I won 2 watermelons thanks to Gennady winning Google Code Jam. When in the last Code Jam finals, I had a bet with my friend whether Gennady will win again. If something happens 5 times in a row, it's very likely it will happen again. Some random event where you don't know probability distribution. And we of course could bet for like $10 or I don't know, maybe $1,000, but like we both have money, so that's not the point of betting. So instead we bet some strange things like I don't know, maybe do 100 push-ups would be a nice thing to do. But I won 2 watermelons. I already received 1 of them. Because I said tourist will win again, and he won. Any tips for ICPC? Practice. You can Google tips for ICPC. For sure somebody already wrote something. Maybe even I did something. In my GitHub wiki, see links in the description below the video or stream. I think I went on my how to practice page, there is something mentioned about ICPC. Let's do food review. Nope. No, my girlfriend isn't a programmer. Have I ever made any ecology software? No. What is ecology software? It's software made to help the planet? Why don't I become a professor at a really good university? Why should I? If you have tens of opportunities, the question shouldn't be why will I choose that, why am I not doing that one? Same with IDE, same with programming language. If there are tens of options, it's very stupid to ask a question why I'm not doing that thing. Do I like hacking? I'm not a hacker. I know almost nothing about internet security. Am I muted? Asks Cheese Patty. No, you are not muted. Favorite heroes in Dota 2? I don't play Dota 2. I never played any how is it called, MOBA game? Never played LoL or Dota. Didn't watch Dark. Anecdotes about ICPC. Let's think. I think I have some items related to ICPC. You can only be twice in the finals, so I was there twice. The first one was Marrakesh ICPC 2015. I got a camel from there. I think in every ICPC finals you get something from organizers, some item related to that place. Then 3 years later, ICPC 2018 was in Peking, in Beijing. There is a panda. Every time some kind of animal related to that place. What can I say? The first one, when I went to Marrakesh, it was my first time going to Africa or anywhere that far away to the south. I was never in India before. Like after that, I was, for example, in India twice. But it was my first time going to such a hot country. And when I exited a plane, I thought that the plane engine is still running and producing hot, because the air is so hot and strange, kind of humid, I'm not sure. But when I was walking towards an airport from a plane, the air didn't change. It was that hot. It was during summer. It was crazy. I don't like high temperatures. Camel for Camille. Yeah. Twitch thought. I'm a Twitch thought. The automatic moderation. I mean, Twitch automatically blocked a message, Twitch thought, and asks me whether I allow or deny. Oh, I clicked allow and now it's allowed forever. Add permitted term, Twitch thought. If people spam with that, I will block it back. Do you think I'm a Twitch thought? Did I like Indian food? I hated it. The Indian food is the worst. I don't like spicy. No. And a lot of food there is vegetarian. It's very much not my style. I don't like foreign food at all. I don't like seafood. I don't like spicy things. Polish and meat-based grill, so also American food is fine. Why is the stream called boring stream? Because it's not educational. I have this convention from already a year where during a boring stream I would talk. I often do some very boring stuff like editing thumbnails, planning videos, answering to comments, stuff like that. It's not really planned. Of course, it's good for hanging out with people. I should rename this name from boring stream to just, how is it called? There is a name for this category in Twitch. I don't know. IRL? Just chatting. Just chatting is the name of category. So this is what this stream is. Yeah, but you know, you don't have any programming related value from that. You will not learn new stuff. I don't have a favorite chess player. I don't have a favorite type of beer. I'm not really a connoisseur. Light beer is better than dark. The value of epsilon if your background is wrong. What? That thing? I don't know what it represents. The units are c square over nm square. Is it like strength of something if it's over m square? What does that epsilon represent? What did you like in India? I was there to teach programming and to organize contests. So, mainly I spent time with programmers, and it was very normal. Just hanging out with people is just like hanging out with any other people. What I didn't do a lot of sightseeing, and that's very bad. India is so much different than Poland, for example, in terms of buildings. And I would like to do some sightseeing, but I was there twice and I didn't have time. I was in Bengaluru and I was in New Delhi, and something close to New Delhi where was a campus. It's 10 to minus 12. Wait. Oh, you mean that this should be 10 to minus 12, not minus 2? Because, yeah, that to minus 2 is a very big epsilon. And likely they also meant ethanol on the other thing. So already we have 2 mistakes. Is that water? No, vodka. Yes, it is water. Drinking water is very healthy. What happened to your performance? You mean why I'm not winning contests anymore? I don't practice. I practiced a lot for ICPC. And my last year was in 2018, 2 years ago. I practiced a lot, really a lot until that moment. I messed up my ICPC finals. And then, shortly after that, I still was very good because of all that practice. 2018 and 2019 were very good for me in terms of international competitions. I went to all the on-sites. I won some rounds. I was second in Google CodeJam. That's my biggest achievement. And now I think I will only get more and more behind, because I used to train on average maybe 30 hours a week. Not that much, 20 hours a week. And now I still do a lot of programming related stuff, but mainly in educational field. It's not that good for me. It's not that beneficial. I don't even have time to solve very hard problems. If you ever have time to visit Bosnia and Herzegovina, in which city would you visit? Let me pull up the map. So, my answer to that question is I was in Bosnia and Herzegovina. I was in Sarajevo, and we thought also about visiting Srebrenica, the town related to some shooting or another massacre. I don't remember, sorry. But we didn't have time for that. I was a lot of times in Serbia, in Belgrade, because there's Bubble Cup programming competition there. And one time we rented a car. There were 3 of us, a team, and we went to visit Bosnia and Herzegovina. The funny thing is, when you drive in another country, you need to read some rules about it, different from your country. Maybe the speed limit somewhere will be smaller, bigger, whatever. And the funny thing is that in those rules recommended to read first, it says it's good if you don't really drive away from the main road, because on the sides, like close to a forest or something, if you drive off the road, there can be some old mines from a war. Am I doing correct words? Mines? War mines. Yeah, like a landmine. That was very scary to hear. So yeah, I was in Bosnia and Herzegovina, I was in Montenegro, I was in Croatia, Romania, Hungary, I'm looking at the map. Bulgaria. Oh, why did it change? I didn't want that. No. What did... I don't want this. Okay. So I was in Serbia a few times, in Montenegro once, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Croatia, Hungary, but didn't do any sightseeing. Romania. The COI was in Piatra Neamț. Was I twice in Romania? Not sure. In Sofia. Thanks to competitions, you can visit a lot of countries. And almost all of that is for free. I was never in New Zealand. When you came to Bengaluru? 4 years ago? And please keep the language English. I'm missing my boring IoT lecture for your stream. I don't know if it's a smart choice, but it's understandable. So Coleman, ping me when you get in Serbia, Belgrade. I'm there too. That bubble cap competition is only for university students. I'm too old. I will not. Now I get invites to such events as an organizer or just invited guest. So like I can still get there, but after being like 4 times in Belgrade, I don't really want to do there again. When did I start competitive programming? 10 years ago, 8 years ago. See frequently asked questions. Did you lose motivation to practice? Yeah, but it was a rational choice. I wanted to do other stuff. I tried with my own company, with to teach in Warsaw. It's not. I needed to open a business, like in terms of law, in order to be self-employed. Okay, I'm self-employed, and for that I need to create a one-person company. I tried giving lessons in Warsaw. I do YouTube. You cannot do everything. If I now practiced 20 hours a week, I wouldn't make this stream, for example. Why had you come to Bengaluru? It sounded like, why did you have to come to Bengaluru? It was organized by Hacker Earth. It was a conference organized by Hacker Earth, plus a competition. Lockout with tourist, there was already one. Typing speed on PC versus laptop keyboard, same. Up to 100 for simple English words. Will I do speed runs in future? Maybe. There are multiple types of videos I can do. And I think the most valuable one is a lecture where I prepare for quite some time. And for example, I cover matrix exploitation. I did that recently. And then I really spent a lot of time on that. I do it. It will be very valuable for some number of people, but I will not get a lot of views on YouTube. I cannot live just from that. I can make screencasts, including very easy competitions. If I made screencasts of Division 2, or I already did a few of Google Kickstart. It's very easy for me to do, and I have big probability of winning. But what's the point? I will get a lot of views. And if I also got a sponsorship, I would earn a lot from that. Like really, $1,000, I think easily. Yeah, I guess so. Sounds cool, right? But it's not really beneficial to society in any way. If you watch something like that, yeah, sure, watching this a screencast once is fine. or a few times, just scrolling through, seeing how an experienced person tests their program, approaches his problems, how quickly they jump to implementing. But it's not really time efficient to spend 10 hours to watch such 5 screencasts versus really watching a lecture, practicing some problems, watching a lecture, practicing some problems. Yeah, sometimes I have a feeling that maybe I even hurt my viewers with making screencasts because they waste their time just a little bit. It's not that simple. Bosnia, Tuzla. You can cool off after that. Africa. I wondered about that. Now, in how many cities in the world I could get a free accommodation by just asking my viewers? But if I go somewhere, for example, with my girlfriend, it's more convenient for me to get a hotel and to just spend time sightseeing, not having a meetup with viewers. Couchers Snackdown. I organized it once. Are you going to be on Codeforce's educational section soon? I'm considering that. I think that if I write to Mike Mirzayanov that I want to help with that and I want to give them some videos, they will agree. Maybe even they should take my recent matrix experimentation lectures and just put them in Codeforces as well. There are already videos, there are already problems, so it's just about importing mainly and writing some stuff down. But putting things on YouTube, I'm building my YouTube brand. I am going to have some course eventually. I think I will have a platform preparing people for coding interviews because it's a big opportunity, money-wise, achievement-wise. In competitive programming, I don't want to live of competitive programming by selling courses because it's just a hobby for people. They shouldn't pay for it. I don't accept new people for private lessons, but I give private lessons in competitive programming, and on one hand it's fine if somebody wants to pay and I want to earn and live. I need money for that. It's nice to make this trade. I give you a private lesson, you give me money. But really, I wouldn't want to scale it and up and sell courses and make competitive programming pay to win. Maybe it's a bit silly thinking, because in any sport there are coaches, there are courses, academies, there is paid stuff. I don't know. Coding interviews industry seems so much bigger and people fight there to get a job where they will earn $100,000. So getting from them $100 for a course that will increase their chances, like even plus 10%, sounds like a fair deal. Watching a screencast after doing the same contest may be beneficial. Yeah, it is. Spend time doing what? When I read a chat comment from 2 minutes ago, I often don't know what you are referring to. How do you make money? I think this question appeared several times during this stream, so I will answer. How do I make money? Organizing contests, organizing programming camps. Right now, once every month or so, I get a question from some country. Do you want to train our students for IOI, for example, or ICPC? Half a year ago, I got an invitation to Peru. Or there was also Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Saudi Arabia, Egypt. Did I get anything more? Tunisia. And yeah, I can go somewhere for a week or 2 weeks and get, let's say, $1,000 for that. Sometimes more. Nowadays, it's just everything is online. I don't want to travel. They don't want to also, gather their students. So I can do that. I get private lessons, but again, I don't accept new students. It's very not. I can teach one person this way versus doing YouTube things. I can teach 1,000 people, so I prefer to do that. What else? I also earned from YouTube. From YouTube ads, I earned maybe $100 so far. I have them off for almost all the videos. I earned in total a few $1,000 from YouTube sponsorships. If I did more of them, I would earn much more. I even had an opportunity to earn like significantly more than $1,000 per ad, so per video. That would be very nice money. But, I don't need more money. From time to time, I win a programming competition. Recently, I won a MacBook Pro. I sold it for short of $2,000. I don't know what C++ book I recommend for beginners. Why don't you just get a job at Google? Why would I get a job at Google? And the answer is in my FAQ. How I start competitive programming. Google your question. Watch my how to start video. What's up in YouTube chat? How many companies have you applied for? In total, 5. Most of that was for internships. Actually, so far, I have 100% acceptance rate. For sure, it wouldn't be like that if I applied for more companies. But during university, I went to a few internships, and I was lucky enough that everywhere where I applied, they accepted me. So I'm like 5 of 5, maybe 6 of 6 so far. And there is some randomization there, so for sure, with 10 more tries, I would be rejected at least once. That's cool. How to clear Facebook Hacker Cup second round. Just like any other contest, if you want to advance to later rounds, you need to practice to be good, and that's just it. How many years to be like you? How many years to, be a national football player / soccer? I don't know. It's not that everybody can become, let's say, top 100 at chosen thing. But if you spend 10,000 hours, you will be very good at coding. I guarantee you that. I spent 10 years programming. Come to India and teach here. Why should I leave Poland? Saudi gives in oil tanks. Yes, Saudi Arabia actually pays a lot. They are rich. Cool thing is that when I went to Saudi Arabia, it was in some western city with different set of rules, where women can dress however they want. It's that it was an academic city called KAUST, Kaust, and it's a western city. It's not like Saudi Arabia. And actually, in Poland, maybe 5% of finalists of Olympiad are girls, and in Saudi Arabia, it's like 40%. I was surprised, very positively surprised by that. That city was very normal, Western-like. And I think this year they even have a girl in their IOI team. How do I spend money? Food, rent, I earn more than I spend. My most expensive item is my PC. I spent around $2,000 on my PC. But it's both for work and for playing games, though I don't play that much. It can easily handle VR, for example. I am almost up to 1,000 applies, yet no offers. Maybe you need to work on your CV, or just your projects, instead of applying so much. I don't have preferences about C++ books. I think I already answered that. Maybe for a moment I will put chat here. Since I'm talking with chat anyway. If you misbehave, I'm hiding it. On the left there's Twitch, on the right YouTube. We are more than 1 hour in, by the way, and I will soon finish in half an hour top. Maybe in a moment I will switch to doing something about future videos. Why did tourists make fake tips video on ICPC channel? It was in form of a joke. I'm sure that tourist is very annoyed by stupid questions like how to practice, and that video on ICPC channel is a bit cringe, but also like whatever. Yeah, so he made the video where it was titled how to, or tips from the ICPC champion, and they said, a tourist said something like, if you cannot solve a problem, make sure to ask somebody you read in code forces in private messages. Never upsolve problems after a contest. You know, the opposite of tips. It should be, on one hand, it should be obvious for anybody who knows what competitive programming is about that was a joke. On the other hand, I'm sure that like 1/3 of viewers didn't get that. Do I work? Yes, right now. Well, I will not get a single penny for this live stream, but YouTube is part of my work. My lifestyle is programming and trying to be kind of healthy. I should care more about food maybe, but I don't eat kebab and pizza every day. I try to exercise every now and then. Can you show your girlfriend, and why not? Why not? Because it's my stream. Why would I invade her privacy? I'm doing YouTube videos for various levels. Be good at coding. I don't do machine learning. I'm not very disciplined. Max package you are offered. For sure, I didn't have an opportunity to earn more than $100,000 per year. Yeah, that's a fair thing to say. But I never pursued some full-time job in a company like Google. Practice IOI problems. Is that train sound? Very likely. I live near a train station. Can we read video file while recording? I don't understand the question. See ya, Deepak. Have I been to Facebook Hacker Cup finals? Yes, multiple times. Businessman. I for job, I want to do something where I'm better than others. I will not be better than others in business, to be a businessman, whatever that would mean. It's much better for me and for the society as a whole if I do programming. I have quite fast internet. 1 gigabit download. Stream of you solving questions from a particular will be helpful. What is helpful is if I explain stuff. If I'm not in hurry and I explain all my thoughts. During a screencast, when I care about my speed, my result, I don't have time to make a drawing to explain something to you. So obviously, DP lectures at Coder XML DP contest, yes, they are very valuable. But a screencast of me doing top coder round, code forces round, they are not that good to watch. Yeah, Python is worse for competitive programming. You can read more about it online. Regarding making these conferences events, it's a very smart idea. Many countries in the south are far behind in programming. Children start learning to program only in the 2nd grade of high school. Yeah, funny nickname. Not matching the content of your message. I thought a lot about it. You know, philosophical questions like, is money important? That's a stupid question, but a very important question is, what should I do in my life? And there are a lot of factors involved. I'm quite sure that I should do what I'm good at. That's programming, and I think teaching programming. And then if I get involved into teaching children, I think that that's a waste of my time, because I'm good at very difficult algorithms. If I, for example, go to Africa and start some big company teaching kids programming, whether it's for free or not, doesn't matter. It's a waste of my talents, because a lot of other people could do it, while I can do something they cannot. So I understand the issues with a lot of countries about like children not learning programming, not having opportunities, but I think I will not try to resolve it in my life. But what I can do is sometimes go to such a country and train their IOI team. Though I would like to do it more in a bigger scale, you know, in form of online videos for all the IOI teams. Check out Conqueror of Tourist or Alex Voice. They do code forces in Python. Yeah, there are a lot of blogs, articles of how to do competitive programming in Python. I'm not speed test. Slow PC or slow internet? What you hate most? Slow PC. Spell my name so, and I would record it so. But is your name a swear word in some language? Kushisahu. Kushikisahu. I was asking, can you do more of that stuff? Of what stuff? Like at Coder Education DP? No, you're not right that views will come eventually. No. I reached most of people who do competitive programming. I'm sure about that. When I have time, I do educational content, and then it's not the question, should I do DP, but should I do DP or something else, right? And I covered DP already, so I am going to do like graphs next. Yes, some algorithms haven't been discovered, obviously. I will skip some messages here, sorry. Maybe I will do those with at Errichto too. How many months of practice to pass coding interviews? For sure, internet knows that answer. Google your question. 3 months of practicing is good. Maybe a year. I'm good at probability. Yeah, I'm making various educational videos. Make an account on Instagram. Maybe one day. More lectures about advanced topics. Yeah, everybody knows. Everybody wants lectures on some particular level. Is Spy good? It doesn't have editorials, so don't use it. I don't have resource to start learning C++. I don't have favorite music. Hello, Mask of Winters and Widdies. It's not a slang, good thing. Do the Chinese hide their discovery of algorithms? You know, every problem in competitive programming is basically another algorithm. It's not that they purposely hide something, but if they come up with some useful structure, mainly they describe it in Chinese. Okay, I think time to stop this chatting with audience. I will focus for a moment. Oh yeah, internet speed. What? That's not correct. I'm sure that's not correct. Maybe it was some error related to me switching a tab. I don't know. This is in response to a question about internet speed. It should be gigabit of download and 40 megabits of upload. Something like that. I have on Linux there is something wrong with my DNS settings. If I kidnap every other team except mine at ICPC finals, would my team be declared as a winner? I had those thoughts during a Petrozavodsk camp, that it's a perfect place to increase to improve the expected place of your team, expected value of the place in the finals, by eliminating a few teams. Indeed. I remember going to my ICPC finals, the second finals, treating, I think, Petersburg as our biggest opponent, and we wanted to fight for the first place, and we saw there, I think, Belonogov. We saw Belonogov with he broke his finger or something like that. On one hand, it's of course very sad. On the other, we knew that it might be actually improves our expected position. How are you able to focus for long durations? I don't know. Google your question. Restore chat here. Move it over there. The stream will end in around 15 minutes, I think. I will talk a moment about the future plans. What I need to do. Obviously, I said at the beginning that I want to redo thumbnails, just make thumbnails for a few past videos. I was lazy here. I wanted to do cover Massey, Berlekamp Massey. It's a very complicated algorithm, and also Gaussian elimination. What do I do next? DP with bit masks. Digit DP is also possible. Computation geometry. I think I will do trees and graphs. It's a general. Segment trees were covered a moment ago in code forces, so I don't really need this. I want to check out the code forces edu section to see if it's any good. I saw some comments saying that every problem is just about let's do this, and we are doing this, instead of just, you know, saying instead of providing some intuition. I don't know if edu section in code forces is that good. I will check. Debugging. Do I not have a video for this? FFT, combinatoric centroid decomposition. This is done. And this was covered by somebody else. For FAQ. I checked it out partially. Okay, I'm removing this because code force is covered. So let's do not in next 3 months. DP with bit mask, digit DP. Problems, done, not done. And this thing, I remember recently I solved a cool problem from old Polish competition. Prime problem. I know what video I want to do next. I want to do why stupid. Facebook Hacker Cup is related. Whenever there is Facebook Hacker Cup, I get tons of messages on Facebook asking, for example, can I hack a Facebook account? Facebook Hacker Cup should change the name of their competition to Dimensional DP, please. I think it isn't different than standard DP. My lectures on DP, they explained enough that I don't have anything more to say about multidimensional DP. An example of that was the third of DP lectures, line of wines problem, where it was 2 dimensionals. What the hell Lin's name doing here? What, William Lin? Why are you surprised? People collab with each other. We know each other. How do you know how many dimensions your DP table will have? I explained that in DP lecture. I list down states I need and I put them as dimensions. What is important so far? It was that sentence. What else here? Oh yeah, do I do lockout stream this week? Do I or do I not? Second Fred has a really good YouTube channel. I love his screencast and his relaxed problem solving. Yeah. Second Fred is now the best, I don't know, alternative to my channel. I strongly recommend watching Second Fred. Second Fred YouTube. I cannot Google him. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, most of that is screencasts and just solutions to some contest. Plus there are episodes of lectures. He stopped doing that apparently. What do we have here? Hungarian's algorithm, that's quite difficult. Division under modulo. It's general computations modulo P. I also covered it recently. RMQ in OFN. Don't watch it, it's unnecessary. You will waste your time. Is it about magic fives or so? Sparse tables are fine. Of one LCA. Space. I think it's fine. There is that stupid RMQ with magical fives, it's called, and you shouldn't learn that. It's not really faster than nlog version. Segment trees beats, persistence, convex hulls. So it's quite advanced for around purple people in Codeforces. I watched parts of one of those and it was very nice. I really like how Second Fred doesn't care about his rank very much and is calm during the whole contest. Yeah, that's a very good approach. Can't believe that's a real background. It is. Have you read CLRS, Introduction to Algorithms? Yes. I'm from a small town and there wasn't any classes of algorithms. I practiced something. Also, the number of resources online back then was much smaller. I didn't know English so well. And in my last grade, my last year of high school, I bought Carmen, CLRS, and I've read it. But I don't recommend it. It's not the best possible book you can read. There's so many online resources that you don't need CLRS for sure. Yeah. So what? I need to decide if lockout stream will be this week or the next one. And for IOI training, we talked a moment about it 15 minutes ago. I wonder if it's possible to do something globally, because every country separately, they want to do some training, including Poland. I also am involved in teaching Polish students a little bit. But I don't like the fact that nowadays things are online. So you do online lessons for that group of 4 or maybe 20 students, and it's kind of wasted. I hope that it's possible to do open lectures for everybody, like open contests, contest analysis, but still you want to make it a job, right? But still get paid something. So I thought about 2 possible formats here. One is that everybody who wants to join such an IOI training, they need to pay, like maybe $50 per person. But then I would be happy if usually a country pays. Like for example, Poland we organize our own Olympiad, and we also send students to some camps. We spend money on that. But also it would be fine spending a few $100s for our national team to train in some online thing. Call it an online camp. Just I don't want to make it a camp lasting 1 week. I think that it's more important to have weekly lessons. Imagine that every Saturday there would be an online class, like 5-hour competition, then contest analysis and some lecture. Every Saturday at some time. Choosing a time will be inconvenient. And so one possibility there is $50 per person, for example, or maybe $20 per person, 10. But it's recommended if your organization pays for it. The second option is that it's free for everybody, but if you want kind of special care for your students, then you pay for them. So it will be generally free. And if, for example, Poland wants that organizers of this competition, of this lecture, then help those students with questions, they are available in private, then you pay some fee for that. Generally, I would want globally accessible lessons instead of those programming camps and generally lessons for just one country. I think it's a waste of time and resources. Yeah, so I see those two options. Second option is good option, yeah, because it's, free for everybody, but will countries still pay? And I don't want to really earn from that. It's not that this is something I want to do for a living. I would be happy pushing some people to do it. Let's think reasonably. Let's say that, well, what I can do is I kind of have access to everybody in the top in the world. If I write to, for example, Second Fred, who does good educational videos, he will likely reply to me. The same for a lot of university professors or top participants in, for example, Code Forces. And I think it would be easy enough to get every week to get one person to do this. It's about training them. If I find a random person and tell them to do online teaching, to do contest analysis one time, they don't have skills to do that, because it's very useful to have either a good camera and microphone and do something with a whiteboard, or to have a drawing software, like a tablet hardware, drawing hardware. And that's a bit bad. I think a reasonable rate for such a person is at least $300 per, if it's both preparing a 5-hour competition and doing contest analysis and lecture. I think it's more than $300, because that's a lot of time. Okay, but let's say there is like YouTube channel. I wouldn't want that on my channel. I think maybe on the second one. Likely it would be a new channel, let's say IOI Teaching for Everybody. Let's go with this name for a moment. It's free for everybody every week, same time on Saturday. But if your country wants some special care for your students, and what that special care would be, maybe you just join a Discord server where you can discuss questions with a person who conducts the teaching. And let's say per week that would be $50 per person, so $200 per team. Is that a lot? When somebody organizes their own programming camp for a week, they spend a few $1,000s on that, assuming that it's for 20 people. You got a Discord? Yes, I have. I use competitive programming Discord. In our country, Russian physics teachers were invited to teach us, and that year was successful for our participation. Yeah. So some countries have good teachers, some do not. When does this IOI training start? I'm thinking out loud. Zoom classes, like, whatever. I want this to be as open as possible. Live interaction via Discord for paid students, maybe the rest free, maybe. Okay, so live chat would be only for paid students. Maybe that's a good thing, because you don't want a lot of people in the chat. It's very hard to handle that. It sounds a lot like Algorithms Live, where they have videos with different guests. No, it's a different thing. If Algorithms Live, you are talking about the thing by Matthew. Yeah, Matthew. The name is Algorithms Live ! Every now and then he invited some person for 1 hour, and they talked about a bit about them and about some hard problem or algorithm. That was cool. I watched some of those videos, but here I'm talking about something different, about a regular training tailored for IOI. Maybe IOI have their own channel and they should organize it. I search IOI in... I think I have a mail. 1 minute. The stream is 2 hours, so I think it's a good time to end. I will... Yeah, for IOI, one more idea I have now is that IOI should organize that. And maybe they have enough money to make it free completely. IOI maybe will not want to support something fake. No, that's stupid. ICPC and IOI, I think they support various camps and initiatives where obviously you pay for that. Yeah. One, two, three. Yeah, I searched IOI in YouTube and I got K-pop. IOI Olympiad. Do they have a YouTube channel? Not a general one. They have IOI 2019. Oh, not that. 2019 Azerbaijan, for example, but not a general IOI channel. Oh. I'm all for education and free education, and I really don't want to do things in competitive programming to be like pay to win. But I get so many invitations to teach at some programming camp, and obviously then they need to pay for my ticket, accommodation, and pay for me because it's my job. They want me for 1 week, they need to pay me. What is the shirt I'm wearing? Polish programming competition. Algorithmic Engagements 2019. I think you should make your own website with video plugin and only paid students could ask questions directly and watch videos on release date, and others can watch just a part of it a few days late after. I can do the same on YouTube. On YouTube, you can make streams only for members. Membership would be something per month. But the important thing is I don't want to do it myself. I can do something like that like once a month, you know. But first thing is I'm bad at organizing stuff. I don't like it. I don't want to start a company and to spend 20 hours a month doing stuff, finances, everything. What I can do is I can find people who can teach, and I can do it for free because it will be writing to somebody and saying, hey, this thing, are you interested? Right? How is it generally called? Yeah, maybe it would be done by a foundation. I think that's the name of charity-like organizations where they don't really earn stuff. Like all the money from those countries paying for some special care, that money should go to a teacher. Can you make Patreon account? I don't want to do it. I think I explained my reasons in FAQ, for example. Here, I just want to start something sustainable where students training for IOI would get lessons. I want to make those 1 week programming camps organized by different countries. I want to make it regular and global, perfectly free for everybody. Please don't repeat questions. I see that we have some K-pop fans here. I don't listen to K-pop, for your information. My young sister does. You need a team, it's that simple. If you can make a list of all algorithms which are necessary. There is IOI syllabus. Maybe I will write to IOI about this. Either that or Codeforces blog. Let's still talk about this thing. Regular IOI training lessons. Does anybody here have another idea? You can organize like summer camp. But I don't want to organize a single time camp. What I want is regular lessons, as I said. It's much more important. Programming camps from time to time, they will exist, and that's fine. But they are expensive and they have bad scale. And nowadays, everything happens online, right? Vulkan graphics programming? What? There ain't no good resources for IOI. Please do IOI. I think you wouldn't guess what I got in mail. It's a glove for weightlifting. It fits. What are we talking about, guys? We are talking about creating a sustainable, but charity-like thing that would teach everybody for free, perfectly, for IOI. I'm not a power lifter. I just have dumbbells, whatever the word is, in my home. But if I use them a lot, I get, I don't know a word. Wait a second. Imprints? The thing right here. And it hurts a little bit. Bruises, yeah, something like that. Callists, whatever. First thing first, what is IOI? IOI is International Olympiad in Informatics for high school. Yeah. In Turkey, that's a very important comment. In Turkey, $1 is 7 Turkish liras, and it is more than $20. We cannot pay for it. I think many other non-Europe and America countries cannot pay for it. Yeah, I don't like I think what we need to do here is what's called just price discrimination, or geographical price discrimination, where the price is not fixed and it depends on your country. I think it's stupid if in some countries, like in developing countries or whatever, but also Poland is not really rich. How to do it? Or maybe just let's make it Patreon style, where you can pay whatever you want. Regional pricing, yes, this is what I mean. But I think in economics it's called price discrimination, if I remember correctly. Don't you feel that algo contests are too much scholar and age-based? Yeah, but what's the point? Or you can take respects for teaching them. But see, again, it's not me who will do the teaching. I can do it maybe once a month. For sure, I don't want to do it every week. What's also possible is just make it, YouTube style, where there would be sponsors and an ad. Google maybe could sponsor such an event. If I write to Google marketing team, I think they should reply to me. So maybe it will be free for everybody. But Google will give $1,000 per month. They will not. Maybe. Then the disadvantage, of course, is that we will get some ads. Maybe I will do the summary of what is happening now for people who have just joined. IOI is International Olympiad in Informatics for high school students. And people care about this contest and they practice a lot. Country also, your government or whatever, Ministry of Education cares about it and trains their students to get good results. I don't like the scale, how things look like in the world, where every country is looking for such classes, such a programming camp every now and then. For, let's say, 1 week, they try to get somebody to come to their country and do the classes for them. And they pay, let's say, $1,000 for a week of your work. And maybe there are 20 students. And that's fine, especially if that's, you really go there, because then you can do circles in a classroom, help people one-to-one. There is some advantage to that versus online. But still, all the materials, the lecture, the contest analysis, not the one-to-one help, I think it could be done more efficiently on a bigger scale, especially now when everything is done online. Different countries now want things online. And for high school, often that's about language. It depends on the country, but in some, it will be better if a teacher from your country teaches you, and that will be in your language, especially for younger students, like 16 and younger. But when they are seeking for an international teacher, trainer to go there, it's in English or Russian anyway. And I'm saying, let's make that then public in some way. If something is conducted online, let's make it available for everybody. But then this country will not want to pay for it if it's for everybody. So how to do it finance-wise? Do we do it for everybody and country pays for one-to-one help for their students, or being able to just ask questions live? Do we maybe get a sponsor like Google? Do we crowdsource? Do we do crowdfunding? And I don't want to do it. I can find people to do it. I can help in organizing that, but I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because I have so many other things anyway. Like YouTube, I teach people via YouTube, and it doesn't focus on IOI really. Facebook can be a sponsor. Of course, it's all about money they need to pay, they need to give versus exposure. Does IOI have sponsors? ICPC does. ICPC is very commercial nowadays. For example, Huawei is a huge sponsor. People ignore free contents. It will be better to charge, maybe a little, if you want it to be useful. It's true that people are more tend to spend more time and care more about something they paid for. But somebody had a good point here, where it shouldn't be a fixed price like $50 a week or month per person, because that's too much for some countries. Facebook group can be platform. Facebook is widely used in some countries, but not everywhere. I think YouTube or Zoom or Google Classroom are more general. But Google Classroom, does it record? And the point isn't to make some course like Udemy. I think it's very important to make it to make those every week contests. Or maybe that should be done with collaboration with, for example, USACO. USACO has editorials, right? is it important to have video style lectures? I'm now searching for Yusako in YouTube. For advanced competitors, text editorials are actually better, with some exceptions. You don't have to take money if you study a team for 1 year, and if it wins, you will get a lot of honesty. And so every year there will be more teachers in countries that want to pay. Yeah, like in every business, you know, later more people are interested in something, so sure. But that's a good point. Maybe in the beginning we should understand that the beginning will be harder money-wise. You can talk to Khan Academy about it. They do charity educational stuff. They are free for all anywhere in the world. This is something very specific. Programming contest needs to be held in some platform, like Codeforces or Yusako platform, whatever they use. I think it could be every week in some other platform, because if I was to conduct such a lesson, I would take problems from a Polish Olympiad. I would basically just cover old Polish contest or Olympiad, and that would be in a Polish platform. Plus, other than that, we just need somewhere where we can talk with students. Discord would do the job, and something where you would publish materials or you would conduct a live stream. I need to ban somebody on Twitch, I think. Or just a warning. GPU Pro, please stop. An academy has Codechev. Good platforms to conduct such lessons. Yusako, Codeforces, DMOJ. Leave this, many people here won't qualify for IOI. Yes, but that's not the point. Collaborate with Free Code Camp. I can, but that's independent from what I'm thinking about here. I think universities can host contests. Contest will happen anyway. You know, that's nothing will change there. They have editorials, text editorials, that's enough. I here just want to simulate a programming camp online through the year, because weekly lessons are more important than 1 week of a programming camp. I want to do it at global scale. Can you create Discord channel so that we can discuss problems for practice? I have a Discord channel. If it isn't in description, it should be in description. If not, then go to some old video of mine and it will be in the description. I would say start a company, ideas will come automatically. That's not the point. I know what I want to do and achieve. I want to know how exactly I want to achieve it. He's talking about competitive programming channel, CPC, search for it. Yeah, I will, wait a second, I will find the link. I think I stopped putting that in video description at some point. if I go to my old video, it is here. See, I opened some old video of mine, and it's competitive programming Discord. I will copy paste it. What about Edu on Codeforces? You and many other red coders can create lectures. That's difficult. It's difficult to prepare such a lecture. And IOI has only limited number of lectures. No, I wanted to simulate a programming camp, which is mainly 5-hour competition and contest analysis after that. One contest for paid student selection and others free, because good students only deserve paid seats. I didn't understand that. Yeah, Pashka is another person, by the way, who would be amazing at this job of conducting contest plus contest analysis. Video on YouTube lags, then switch to Twitch. Twitch.tv/Errichto. I will not make a vlog. Okay, I think this will be it for today. I wanted 2 hours, no, that's over 2 hours. I don't know what's your idea, but Alex Weiss said that he will be coming up with a platform at mid-September or something. Yeah, but that's related to coding interviews. University of Warsaw is fine, a good university in Poland. Okay, stream ends, I think. I will likely create a Codeforces blog for discussion about this idea of mine, or I will first discuss with my friends. I don't know, not sure. Okay, thank you everybody for watching and for chatting with me. Next stream will be sometime, I don't know, within a week. Maybe this weekend in the evening there will be a lockout stream. Just follow me, subscribe, whatever, and you will learn about it. A lockout stream would for sure be announced on Codeforces. Generally, if you want to do competitive programming, visit Codeforces every day and you will learn about new lectures, competitions, and that's not just about my channel. Yeah. Thanks everybody. Bye bye. And also I had a nice time. This was really a chill stream. See ya.